Your sexual satisfaction and your intimacy are two key factors that will have to be addressed at some point in your life. It doesn't matter whether you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, whatever that is, whatever age you will have to deal with it at some point. And the way that you discover that you'll need to address it might not always be so obvious. So, divorce, failed relationship after failed relationship, a loss of time, money, energy, and resources that last decades, and then looking back at that going, wow, I really wish I would have dealt with that, or I have been unconsciously denying or repressing these issues that are so poignant inside of the relationship, inside of the body. Unnecessary health issues, unnecessary hysterectomies, sexual organ issues, attracting toxic wound matches that end up leading into downward trauma spiraling, unhealthy relating styles, playing small and closed off, and living your whole life playing it safe, living in fear. And believe it or not, it actually takes a lot of energy to play small and to live in fear and to not address your sexual health and your intimacy. So what ends up happening is that there's these different strategies in coping with this deep internal pain that's happening, even at an unconscious level. Shopping addictions, food addictions, substance addictions, Netflix addictions, things that constantly keep you in and out of your body. Because here's the thing, when you actually start to move towards sexual unification inside of your whole self and your body, and you work through the layers of fear to truly be intimate with another, you're going to feel all the unfelt things that have been keeping you from that. And it simultaneously is the thing that keeps people from actually doing the work, but it's also the very thing that is the key for you to have your most expressed, most alive life. How do you quickly resolve this and move through this in a fast way so you're not spending decades and years inside of talk therapy or different types of therapy programs? Is through somatic experiencing, is working with someone who is trained in understanding sexual health and well-being inside out. And this is exactly what we do inside Inner Union. Inner Union is a program that I take people through, men and women, where you actually start to look at all of the different functionings that impact your ability to have satisfying smex and having deep, authentic intimacy and relating for your life. The necessary charge clearing understanding that has to happen on a somatic level that I teach you so that you can be able to do this in your life through all the iterations of the evolutions of you, because you're going to go through evolutionary phases of you. This is what thriving is. Thriving is not staying the same. We are never the same. We are constantly changing. If there's one thing that's for certain, it is change. So there needs to be a resilience and an agility into the changes that we aspire to move into and to bloom into. Erotic shadow integration. There is a lot of shadow in and around our erotic self, in and around. And to be honest with you, Eros, erotic, is synonymous with the word aliveness. So there's shadow about your aliveness. And so there needs to be integration of the shadow pieces of your erotic self so that you can truly actually connect to people in a deep, heartfelt way. It's emotional intelligence. So the emotions is a huge piece of being able to be authentically expressed and to be able to attract soulmate union and relationship with another, because you have to do it internally with yourself first, especially with your emotions. You have to understand your emotions. You have to walk with them. You have to stay centered with them. But you also have to learn that they are pure sensation and they are a well of untapped energy and resource that is orgasmic, that flows through you, that is inside of your sexual space. And why would you want to do that? Because here's the people want to have answers and feel like they are able to forecast what is the next best move for their family, financially, health-wise, move-wise, career-wise, all of these things. And we have to be able to go into a transpersonal space, into a space where we let go of our everyday reality and chaos so that we can actually access the deeper wisdom of which really is just our whole body awareness that's picking up on information all across the board throughout time and space, but also in our environments, all the environments that we put ourselves in. Have you ever been in a relationship or a situation where when you got out of that situation or relationship, you look back and go, whoa, I am glad that I got out of that. And I actually have a new vantage point of how to move forward from here. This is what happens inside of sexual union with yourself and with another. You let go of your everyday reality. You let go of this identity of who you think you are. And when you have moments of this inside of your smex, inside of yourself, inside of your self expression, when you come back into yourself, you have new eyes to look at how to move forward. This is how you actually financially forecast, family forecast, situational forecasting, whatever it is. And this is also why things like plant medicine and mushrooms and ayahuasca are so popular, because it allows you to get out of your everyday reality and be able to let go of the dominant good, bad, right, wrong mind mode network, and to actually be able to see with a fresh sense of what is actually going on. Also, rewriting your sexual response system. This is huge for men and women, but both for different reasons, because there's a different way that men have been conditioned through their body and through their sexuality and exploited, and there's a different way that women have understood their sexuality, and that needs to be unwound so the sexual response system can be integrated back into its original essence, nature of what eros is and creative expression through the body. Of course, there's orgasmic repatterning. Why would you want to repattern your orgasm? Because there are a multitude of different kinds of orgasms. And why would you want to know how to have a cervical orgasm, to a G-spot orgasm, to a traditional head of clitoral orgasm, to perineum, to deeper vaginal orgasms? Because you want to be able to surrender and relax and move and not have to focus in one narrow view of trying to just even achieve a sense of relief, because you want to be able to go into transpersonal space. You want to be able to access the deep wisdom through your erotic space. And how much more gorgeous is it to do it with your partner, with someone who you are unioning with, to go on adventure with. This is why people are so obsessed with, and I'm not putting this down, but like they want to go to all inclusives all the time, or they're just trying to, they're spending their money to have this experience that they've been sold is going to give them this experience of adventure and unification. The deepest sense of adventure that you can have is through your erotic engagement, really with yourself first and foremost, and then it is most gorgeous when you can do that with your partner. The level of stability that you create together to move through challenges in life is priceless. Truly, it is unbelievable. And in my opinion, it's the best kept secret that corporations want to keep from all of us, because we suddenly become very well. We suddenly become very rich internally and externally. We have an internal compass and a direction and a healing system that is right within our bedroom, which is right in our home space. This aligned intimacy code with your partner. So a lot of people really jump this process and they're wanting their soulmate union, they're wanting their soulmate lover, but they're coming at it from a place of unmet needs. And they're not fully preparing for what that actually looks like. And so, in Inner Union, a one on one coaching container, what we do is work through all of those things, because once you have that full foundational level, that essential level, true essential level, you take that with you with every iteration. And let me tell you, that is what thriving is. It is your iteration of who you are becoming all the time, and learning to get comfortable on that edge of growth, because that edge of growth is technically where everyone wants to be. But a lot of people are not equipped to be able to understand what that edge feels like somatically and how to work through that, how to do that with play, with creativity, and with curiosity. And so, if you want forms of self expression, you can't do that without your creative self expression, your erotic self expression. Because remember, eros is synonymous with the word aliveness. If you want creative self expression, if you want to be self expressed, you need to be within your aliveness. And that includes your eroticism, that includes the smex that you're having, level of intimacy that you have. I invite you to book a free consultation with me where we dive in further around what this coaching package is, what it is that you're actually going to do, and also starting to highlight what is actually going on, and really locating the direction of where you can go and where the next steps are for growth.